툴툴대지만 내 속 마음은 yeah. Party forever. Party forever. Party forever.
Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Thanks very much. Now, improving NBA officiating has gone high-tech. Today, the NBA uses the proprietary game review system, which is broken down from double-digit camera angles. Analysts spend a...
Isn't that something? I mean, every day there's something new. Fascinating stuff, DA. Thank you. Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Anunoby in at the forward with Barnes next to him. Van Vliet in the backcourt. Trent Jr. to his side. And it's Birch in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Utah, we've got Conley. Rudy Gay is out there with Kelly Olynyk. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Vanderbilt in at the 3. And there has, Greg, been some talk within the league about adding a mid-season tournament. What are your thoughts on that possibility?
I mean, with the success of the play-in tournament, which, in full disclosure, I was not for, but love now, I can see why they're considering it.
Now, here's Anunoby, following the shot by Rudy Gay. Here's Olynyk. Off to a good start as he gets his first shot attempt.
How about the handle by the big guy? Kelly Olynyk, deceptive with his ability to navigate.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And you gotta love the aggression that he had, taking it to the rim there. Sets the tone in a close game like this one.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Conley kicks to Vanderbilt. Beyond the arc. Toronto grabs the miss. This game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a bit, Clarkson tightened up his game, and now he is a key factor in what this team does.
He hits the second from the line. Here's Van Vliet. 23 points for him the last game against Phoenix.
Well, in addition to the scoring, he found ways to initiate contact from the defense and get himself to the line. The defense clearly frustrated trying to get a way to stop him.
And you can see he just has a great overall feel for this game. Excellent job tonight.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Toronto.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
And you know there aren't many teams with a more dedicated fan base than Utah. The Jazz fans are behind their team no matter what.
Here's Barnes. Vanderbilt with the block. Outside Conley. Jazz passing it around. Here's Gay. And he makes good on the layup.
Well, if you want to pinpoint one thing about Mike Conley, it's his feel for the game. That's a pretty pass.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. It's always striking, Greg, to see the bond between the Jazz team and their followers.
Well, when you're the only game in town, people take the team to heart. And we see it in cities like Portland and San Antonio as well. The fans form that attachment to their team. And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And there's the pass to Trent. kept alive.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, the defender all over.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And the free throws have been dropping for him at a rate of about 77% on the season. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Now here's Van Vliet. And get a load of his scoring totals. Huge numbers for him. An average of just about 29 points a game. Conley gets the bucket.
Well, Mike Conley, slight of frame, but the intention is there and finishes with contact.
And it's Van Vliet with the ball for the Raptors. They trail by 1. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Utah.
And remember, they won both games in this matchup last year. No small feat.
And these two teams could easily end up meeting to decide the NBA championship. Tonight could be a preview of something with more on the line down the road.
Here's Van Vliet. Michael Conley making his last shot.
And you could see he knew exactly where that long rebound was coming off, able to get there quickly and snatch it up.
Basket counts. Gay's got 6 points.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
So timeout called here, the first for the Raptors.
Well, Rudy Gay was born in Brooklyn. Over 100 NBA players hail from that borough of New York City, making it a hotbed for hoops town.
Give a big round of applause once again for your Janet Dancers dance team.
Raptors trail by 5. A lot of talent indeed, and Rudy Gay is just one of many stars hailing from Brooklyn.
And future Hall of Famer Carmelo Anthony was born there. And just like Rudy was in Maryland for high school, Kemba, Bernard King, Lenny Wilkins, other legends from the Brooklyn Borough.
Gay, that's good.
And Gay has great length down on the block there. Fantastic at just jumping on opportunities to score when he's down low.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Vanderbilt with it. He's picked up by Anunoby. Over in the corner, Conley. It's hauled in by the Raptors. On the wing, Anunoby. Connects from three-point range. He's got 5.
The jump shot just keeps improving from OG Anunoby. Amazing. You put in the time, you get into a nice rhythm.
Here's Olynyk. He hits it from 9.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Here's Van Vliet. Trent outside. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Rudy Gay.
Boy, it takes more than tight defense to bother Gary Trent Jr. It works out well for him when he tripped to the foul line.
Trent hits them both.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Vanderbilt inside. He's guarded by Anunoby. Vanderbilt misses. Anunoby against Gay. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. Utah has gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Conley. And it's in there. Conley's got 6.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Van Vliet wide open. No good off the back of the rim.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
And then Gay with the dunk.
And we all know Gay is capable of dunking it. That he can't let him get to that launching pad there. You're only asking for trouble.
Now here's Van Vliet. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
Credit the defense right there. They have not allowed this guy to get going at all in this period.
And finished off by Gay.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
Good on the shot. Barnes has got his third basket of the night.
Well, that's Scotty Barnes doing one of the things he does best, getting after the offensive glass.
He gets it in there.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
Toronto calls timeout. For the Jazz, Horton Tucker's checked in for Gay. Malik Beasley comes in for Jordan Clarkson. And it's Sexton in for Mike Conley. And then for Toronto, Achua, he's checked in for Ken Birch. Young comes in for Scotty Barnes. And Porter subbed in for OG Anunoby.
I think Porter's good enough shooter to be a zone buster, able to find the seams, hit the mid-range.
Vanderbilt goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Jazz lead by 8.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Pass to Trent. Raptors moving the ball around. Down low. And it's Young. Bad time on the assist by Trent.
That's unselfishness from Trent Jr. We know he wants to score, but when your teammate's that wide open, just simply put the ball where it needs to be.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Van Vliet passes to Trent. Tries from 10. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Horton Tucker. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Now, here's Sexton. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Now, here's Trent. The three. They grab their own miss. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, that's an example of Thaddeus Young using his body really well. Extends out and comes up with the rebound.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Jazz?
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
And the other thing that's working for them tonight, getting out into the open floor. A lot of the damage coming in transition.
Now, here's Vanderbilt. Thaddeus Young missing his last shot. Van Vliet with him. Passes it to Achua. From past the arc. Beasley with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Sexton finds Beasley. Over Trent. No good from Beasley. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Raptors. 6-point game.
How about the floater? Folks, the floater's a tough shot, but Gary Trent Jr. makes easy work of it right there.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Well, you saw how dialed up they were from distance. The defense just couldn't get out to everyone.
And that explains their three-point percentage. They had more than a few players giving the defense absolute fits from range.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Jazz shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Horton Tucker.
And he's good on the second. Now Van Vliet. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Oh, and the dunk by Young.
Well, you love the unselfishness of Fred Van Vliet. This guy is so good recognizing when his teammates are open.
Here's Horton Tucker. Rebound by the Raptors.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Trent gets the bucket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Utah leading. Stolen by Van Vliet. Shoots off the step back, and the Raptors tack on 2 more.
Well, just high-quality transition opportunity right there from Fred Van Vliet. This guy is so reliable to make the plays necessary in transition. Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Trent with the wide open look. Second chance shot. And Young with the nice bucket inside. And now a 3-point Raptor lead.
And this is something this guy takes pride in, capitalizing on second chance opportunities.
Van Vliet with the bounce pass. Here's Porter. The second effort. Pass to Achua. Shoots over Olynyk. Achua, no good.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
For three, Beasley. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That's his first foul. Chris Boucher's checked in for Toronto.
Into the lineup for the Raptors, Chris Boucher.
Here's Van Vliet. The basket good off the assist from Young. Van Vliet's got his second basket.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
Sexton kicks to Beasley. To halt the run. That shot off the mark. Raptors leading by 5. And here is Trent outside. The offensive rebound. Porter. That shot is off.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
And Boucher sends it back. The ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Boucher. 3 from the inbound.
And really yet to put together any kind of rhythm from long range.
To the inside. Boucher with the steal. Van Vliet outside.
Well, that's the athletic ability. twice on the bike. What a big-time vertical.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Toronto ahead, ending the first quarter on a 20-7 run. Live from Vivint Smart Home Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think about the Raptors here so far in this one?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
We've got Rudy Gay. Sexton is out there with Conley. Then there's Jordan Clarkson, and it's Olynyk in at the 5. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second. And a great job to get that angle and a tremendous drive.
And it's finishes like that which have helped them build this lead here in the first half.
Here's Van Vliet after the basket by Utah. And here's Trent outside. That falls. Great assist by Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got assist number 7 for him tonight. And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, that's his second foul. Does he take a more cautious approach here the rest of the half?
And looking at, and here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking and the game continues on.
Well, we know the NBA has worked to get rid of the hard foul doors, and the league has done a great job of doing that. What has contributed, though, to that line of thinking?
Well, I think any play can be reviewed, Kevin, and that's a good thing, because if it's a non-basketball play, then you open yourself up to a flagrant 2. The punishment is significant enough to discourage the action. I love the rule changes as it relates to this particular infraction.
It's Trent on the wing. An easy 2 points on the layup. Trent's got the lead up to 10 now for Toronto.
He has not missed a shot in this quarter. They've tried running different things in him, but he's been unstoppable.
Count that one.
You love this. The pressure gets physical, and Colin Sexton doesn't blink. Nice job finishing through contact.
Barnes against Clarkson. And the dunk by Boucher.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Olynyk finds Gay to the middle. Outside Conley. Launches it. Boucher with the rebound. And it's Van Vliet with the ball for Toronto. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. They can look forward to the Rockets Arena after this matchup to take on Houston. And I'm sure they're anxious to get back home, as that will be game 6 of this 7-game road trip.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Here's Olynyk. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Young's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Nobody near Barnes. That falls. Great assist by Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got assist number 8 here in this one already. And the Jazz call time here.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
Vanderbilt's checked in for the Jazz. Raptors also changing it up. Ken Burge comes in for Thaddeus Young. And Anunoby subbed in for Chris Boucher.
And for years, Mike Conley had an interesting title. The best player to never make an All-Star game. Well, that changed in 2021 when Conley was named an All-Star.
For Mike Conley, year 13 was lucky for him, going to that first All-Star game.
And that was the longest wait ever to become an All-Star. Conley, 33 at the time,
of that first selection just shows you the work ethic of Mike, always trying to improve.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Offensive rebound, Trent. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall. Jazz trail by 14. Conley finds Vanderbilt. Can't hit that one. Good D by Barnes.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
It's good. Nice touch there from Birch.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Barnes against Clarkson. Barnes passes to Van Vliet. Jacks up a three. Offensive rebound. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what, Greg, he loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
Here's Van Vliet. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Van Vliet's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, at his size, Fred Van Vliet has to be so crafty on the interior. Defense has nothing for him there.
And stolen by Barnes. Inside, Birch. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Scotty Barnes.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
For three, Van Vliet. Vanderbilt with the rebound. Vanderbilt's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
Nailed from three-point land. Clarkson's got 6.
Well, give Jordan Clarkson a ton of credit. He has worked tirelessly on this shot.
Trent can't hit. Jazz trailed by 19. To the paint, here's Gay. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. He's got 14.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Toronto's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Van Vliet can't get it to go. Jazz have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. Here's Conley. And the layup is good.
Hey, this guy is competitive. He's tough, and he'll play through contact. Mike Conley doing work inside.
And the Raptors call time here.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
Checked in for Mike Conley. And Toronto also making a switch. Achua, he's checked in for Trent. Raptors leading by 15. The pass to Anunoby. They shoot again. The shot's good from Achua. Achua's got his first basket of the night.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And it's Van Vliet with the ball for the Raptors. 22 is their biggest lead. Shot up 2 there.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Inside, here's Vanderbilt. That's a good shot, and now he's 3 for 7. And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
Well, solid execution. Fred Van Vliet is just so steady. This guy always makes the right basketball play.
Three-pointer. Tips it up. Great positioning on the putback. Vanderbilt's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, this second quarter has proven to be a turnaround. This guy looking much more comfortable all of a sudden.
To the inside. Here's Birch. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. And the Raptors lead by 19.
You want to talk about a perfect performance? He hasn't missed a shot all night. Incredible.
Vanderbilt kicks to Clarkson. Sexton for 3. No good on the shot. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
Barnes can't get it to go. Utah has gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let him fly.
And really the strength of Gay is impressive. Easily bouncing off the defense while still finishing the shot.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And now Utah, fast break. The shot by Sexton, no good.
This guy has not been a factor at all in this quarter, and it has hurt the team.
Anunoby has the open look. Toronto gets it back with a new 14. Pass to Achua. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Lee passes to Vanderbilt. Sexton for 3. And Jared Vanderbilt gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Porter's checked in for Kem Birch.
Substitution on the court.
Toronto leading by 17. Pass to Barnes. From outside the arc. Porter, no luck.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
To the middle. Here's Gay. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Anunoby's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Barnes, and it's Barnes slamming it down.
Oh, Scotty Barnes off the deck and to the cup. Nice finish.
Here's Abaji, guarded by Porter. Here's Gay, in for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big follow.
Well, the presence of mind from Kelly Olynyk, knowing someone's open, finds him quickly.
Van Vliet passes to Barnes. Here's Achua. 2 points. That one goes. Achua's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Olynyk, again the Jazz score.
Well, offensively, this guy has been cooking. They're definitely not losing because of him.
Outside, Porter. Pass to Anunoby. Toronto working the ball around now. Got a piece of it.
Okay, Kelly Olynyk getting up high for that rejection. At 7 feet, that length comes in handy.
Anunoby kicks to Achua. Missed it, even after all those chances. Out to the wing. Here's Abaji. Off target from 3-point range.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
And that one's good by Porter.
Just seemed to know where to be and had his feet set. Looking good is Otto Porter on the catch and shoot.
That one falls. Gay's got 8 points in the quarter.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Here's Anunoby. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. Barnes has got 5 assists tonight.
I'll tell you, it's 6'8" with elite athleticism. Good luck checking OG Anunoby on the interior.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. Porter, no luck.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Now the pass to Abaji. A 3-ball. Buries the long-range jumper. Abaji's got 7 points.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Porter inside. Working on Beasley. And that one's good by Porter.
A pretty solid ball handler at the forward position. Porter breaks him down.
Got that bucket in no time at all. 10 points for him.
Well, they're not behind because of this guy. He is putting on a tremendous run.
Porter can't get that one to fall. Jazz trail by 14. Out left to the wing. The three. Here's Olynyk. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
You know this. Olynyk has a terrific motor. He's always been a high-energy guy who makes things happen.
That's tipped. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And the first half is now in the books. Raptors lead by 12. Live from Vivint Smart Home Arena, you're watching 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. Their biggest lead in the first, 5 points. In the second quarter, they crushed it at both ends, cruising out to a 12-point advantage. And let's get your thoughts, big fella, on the Raptors.
You guys know I appreciate when a team takes a commitment to attack in the painted area. Get those high-percentage looks, good things tend to happen. That's how they built this league.
Kenny, what do you have to say about the Jazz?
Well, the effort hasn't been there in terms of rebounding the ball. They're getting outworked in that part. But you've got to be more physical to turn this thing around. I don't know if they have the personnel to do that.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
Look at this, Jazz fans.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Rudy Gay having a dominant impact in this game.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. Sharing the wing spots for them, it'll be Trent Jr. and Anunoby. Kem Birch is out there with Scotty Barnes. And it's Porter at the point. Porter passes to Barnes. Down low, here's Birch. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. Barnes has got 6 assists now in the game. Jazz trail by 12. Vanderbilt finds Olynyk. Yep, that one goes. Olynyk's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, you've got to keep feeding the big man. When Olynyk gets hot, the basket looks as big as the ocean.
Here's Birch. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And the Raptors lead by 12.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
A shot off that time. Good work defensively by Gay. Conley kicks to Olynyk. Here's the three. Hits it from three-point range. Olynyk's got it back down to within single digits for the Jazz. Porter passes to Trent. The kick out to Porter. Launches a three. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. And here's Conley outside. It's good. The basket. He's now 5 for 9.
Well, just such a smooth, pretty lefty stroke. That three-point opportunity for Mike Conley? Yes, sir.
Back to Porter from the arc. A three-pointer is right on target. Porter's got 10 points.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
The Raptors making a switch here. Van Vliet's checked in. Anunoby against Vanderbilt. Anunoby, no good. Here's Conley. At basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Well, inside, Mike Conley has got to be savvy, and he is in that instance.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And you can just sense his determination, trying to do everything he can to keep this game within reach.
Pass to Anunoby from deep. Rebounded by the Jazz. Gay's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Vanderbilt finds Gay. Jazz passing it around. Shoots over Van Vliet. Conley's shot is off.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
And Utah making a change here. Horton Tucker's checked in. Chris Boucher's checked in for Toronto. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Olynyk.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Anunoby, a good look. Rebound by Olynyk.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Raptors leading by 7. Van Vliet outside. And the Raptors miss again. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Utah Jazz. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. And that will be the third of 5 straight played at home. Yep, it counts.
As a shooter, Clarkson can be so efficient. He gets the ball and goes right into his shot.
And the Raptors call time here.
And sometimes from the outside, not always clear what led a coach to call for a timeout.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
Here they come. Score, Utah Jazz Dancers.
From deep, Trent. Utah with the rebound. Olynyk got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeded. It's intercepted. In the corner, it's Van Vliet. Stolen by Conley. Here's Horton Tucker. He's guarded by Anunoby. Clarkson for three. Rebound by the Raptors. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk. Here's Horton Tucker. No good on the three.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net. He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
And the dunk by Vanderbilt. And that's a double-double for him now. 11 points and 10 assists.
Not just a scorer. Clarkson is very willing to dish it when a teammate's open.
Trent outside.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Hey guys, let's get your take on the hustle steps for the Raptors.
Great game for them offensively. I mean, coaches love seeing multiple shots per possession and then converting those second chance opportunities.
They've also been scoring on the break with how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court. Anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Colin Sexton, he's checked in for Utah. Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for the Raptors. Indoors, it seemed to change the scenery was good for Chris Boucher.
Guys, think about a guy like Chris Boucher, an unknown quantity when he enters the NBA, a tribute to the player development system in Toronto. Here was a guy with a lean frame. You didn't know what he could be in the NBA. A career year in 2021. The guy can flat shoot the basketball, he can be dangerous in transition, and he competes on the defensive end.
In the corner, it's Van Vliet. A rebound by the Jazz. Olynyk's got his 16th rebound on the night.
Boy, he cannot get anything to fall, but the teammates, boy, have they delivered.
Working against size, he's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
I'll tell you, the analytics crew may not like the mid-range, but sometimes you just got to put it in the basket.
Offensive rebound and another shot. Young. Tough break there, shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Clarkson taking his time here. Fires the three. Trains the three-pointer. Now just a 2-point Raptor lead.
There's only so much you can take away, and you want to try to stop Jordan Clarkson on the drive so he gets the face-up jumper to go.
Anunoby finds Boucher. Rebounded by the Jazz. Still anybody's game at this point.
And no question, this is when you really have to have trust on the floor with each possession.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Boy, the athleticism of OG Anunoby can be eye-popping sometimes, guys. And what's happening now is he's developing on the offensive end. This guy's upside is absolutely tremendous.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Young against Olynyk. Over Young. Shot is good, and the Toronto lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Olynyk.
Well, a nice effective mid-range game by Kelly Olynyk. Just a gorgeous release.
Back to Trent, and Sexton over to help. Oh, and the dunk by Young.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack. After hitting nothing from downtown the first half, that's his second make sense.
Van Vliet passes to Trent. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
Well, after hitting one triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
And so Anunoby will bring it up for the Raptors. They lead by 1. Passes it to Boucher. Dishes it to Young. Back to Boucher. Olynyk with the steal. And now Conley running the floor all by himself. Again, the Jazz score.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Trent outside. At the top of the key, Boucher. Anunoby. They get it again. A nice shot by Young. Young's got 4 points this quarter.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Abaji can't get it to go. Here's Anunoby. Second shot opportunity. That shot off. And Utah will come the other way. Fires for 3. And Utah another 3.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Boucher, and no good, trying to use the glass. And it's Utah's ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Fires from deep. It balls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Raptors trail by 5. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And the Raptors miss again.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
And really, this is the time to push it. Try to extend that lead.
You know, they can make things much easier on themselves in the fourth if they just have a few more possessions like that.
Anunoby passes to Young. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Jazz.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there. They are challenging them and getting it done.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Gay comes in for Horton Tucker. And it's Malik Beasley in for Mike Conley.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Here's Van Vliet. Tries again. Here's Barnes. No luck, they battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. Utah leading by 6. Gay finds Sexton. From outside, off the mark. Raptors shooting around 40% from the floor here. Here's Barnes. Another shot. Goes up again. Oh, and he parks it off the glass. Wow. They get it back, and it's good for 2. Achua's got 8 points.
Well, just as easy to say, this guy wanted it more, creating the second chance opportunity and cashing it.
And he comes up with the deuce.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
Outside, Porter. And falls. Great assist by Van Vliet. Porter's got 7 now in this quarter.
The length and athleticism of Otto Porter, able to weather the contact. Terrific strength on that one.
Trains it from beyond the arc. And the Jazz lead by 7.
That's his 5th triple of the night. 2 in the first half, 3 in this one. Huge production.
A clear look for Van Vliet. And it's Rudy Gay with the rebound. Gay's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Here's Abaji. And it's Van Vliet with the rebound.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, second chance points again. A huge problem for this team.
And stolen by Barnes. And here we go. Fast break. Barnes has got it. A rebound by the Jazz. Beasley's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Abaji. They get the rebound. Gay. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Gay's got 22 points.
Yeah, and Gay is a volume shooter. He knows he's out there to score. Love watching him catch fire. And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. Kelly Olynyk getting it done for the Jazz. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front with momentum behind them. We come back right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Rudy Gay. Then there's Colin Sexton. Then it's Malik Beasley. And it's Lee in at the 1. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz.
Not too slim to mix it up inside. Nice work by Porter.
And another great look at the 2K drive.
They had a nice score that came from just attacking the rim. Huge play in this hotly contested game. This guy just isn't missing today. I mean, what a day he's had from the field.
And his shooting is the only reason this game is as close as it is. He's been Mr. Reliable offensively.
This is as good as it gets from the charity strike here in the second.
First team foul. At the line for the Raptors, Otto Porter. At the line for 2.
First free throw is good.
And they haven't let points get away from them at the line tonight. That's always something that'll allow a coaching staff to breathe a little easier.
And Utah making a change here. Clarkson's checked in.
I think the thing I like best about Otto Porter, his versatility and long arms, because it allows him to impact the game in so many ways.
And another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Clarkson kicks to Lee. Shoots over Van Vliet. And Lee with the basket on the assist from Clarkson. Lee's got his first points of the night. Raptors trail by 3. Outside Porter. Goes back up. It's hauled in by Gay. Gay's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Sexton dishes to Gay. Out of hand on it. The feed to Porter. Makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
Yeah, we know this about Scotty Barnes. He has a team-first mindset, finds the open player in that instance.
It's good.
There's real synergy in play right now on the offensive end. The pass was right where it needed to be.
Barnes outside. Van Vliet finds Birch. Here's Barnes. To the paint, and he goes in for the dunk.
And he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. Sexton for 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Van Vliet's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
And that one's good, Barnes. There is just no way to tell who is going to pull this one out.
When you've had this many lead changes, you're looking to see which one of those plays is going to be a momentum swing.
Utah calls timeout.
And Kevin, they've been committing a lot of turnovers here. Taking care of the basketball is the #1 priority right now in that huddle. They've got to tighten it up.
Ike Conley's checked in for Saban Lee. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, during that timeout, the coach of the Jazz talked to his team. He said they played well in certain areas, but the lack of detail to the defensive boards has allowed their opponent too many second-chance opportunities. That, he said, is the difference in this game. You have to get busy on the glass, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Barnes outside. That falls. Great assist by Van Vliet. Barnes has got 21.
It's problematic for the defense because Scotty Barnes has been allowed to catch his rhythm, and his game is really flowing right now.
Conley for three. Here's Sexton. Count that bucket.
And you can just see by the way he fought for the putback that he's still got a lot of gas in the tank.
And doing that kind of dirty work down low makes a huge difference in a game this close. What a play on the offensive glass.
Pass to Birch. Shoots over Clarkson. Here's Achua. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Raptors lead by 3.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
And the pass to Sexton. From downtown. It's hauled in by Achua.
This guy cannot get started, and the offense overall has been a struggle because of it.
And that one's good, Barnes.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Gay with it, picked up by Van Vliet. Conley with the three. It's rebounded. By Scotty Barnes.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Takes the 13-footer, and it's Utah with the rebound. And there's the call on Precious Achua. That is his first foul of the game. OG Anunoby's checked in for Toronto.
OG Anunoby.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time.
He completely lost focus since the break, turning the ball over multiple times. And that's after no turnovers in the first half.
Toronto leading by 5. Van Vliet finds Anunoby. Vanderbilt with the rebound. Vanderbilt's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Gay. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Gay's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, that's an example of using both vision and playmaking ability to find the open teammates. Sexton is a quality floor general.
They double team Van Vliet. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for the Jazz. And Toronto also making a switch. Trent's checked in. Van Vliet outside. Shoots from the elbow. Basket good. And the Raptors lead by 5.
Well, for a point guard like Fred VanVleet, you've got to be able to get into the mid-range. It opens up the other aspects of your offense, keeps the defense off balance.
On the wing, Anunoby. Shot clock reset for Toronto. Stolen by Conley. Sexton with it. Picked up by VanVleet. It's Gay with the drive, and he uses the glass on the layup. Gay's got 28.
You know what? The switch has flipped, and he's in that proverbial zone right now, knocking down 3 of 4 here in the fourth.
Looking to get back on track here. Off the left rim and out.
After the strong first half, this guy has not been the same, and largely a no-show right here.
Nice ball movement by Utah. Olynyk, and Utah again with the bucket.
Well, that's just a pretty shot. I mean, Olynyk's got pure form on the jumper there.
Barnes right side. That one goes. Count it. He's got 25. Jazz trail by 3. Outside, Sexton to tie it up. The shot, no good.
But the effort's been there for him, just not getting the result.
Trent passes to Barnes, and the dunk by Barnes.
That's big-time length and athleticism by Scotty Barnes, leaving no doubt.
Vanderbilt's shot is good.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Here's Anunoby. Barnes. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game. Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Van Vliet against Conley. Here's Barnes. They get it back. Birch. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Birch has got 4 points this quarter. For three, he'll win it. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
Challenging this D with the 3 ball. That's his second from distance this half. And he also hit one in the first half, too.
Here's Van Vliet. Barnes, right side. Shoots the 3. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Van Vliet. Anunoby in the corner. Here's Barnes. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total shape. Good luck trying to stop him now.
Vanderbilt misses. And it's Van Vliet with the ball for the Raptors. Anunoby kicks to Trent from 12 feet out. And that's collected by Gay. Gay's got his 16th rebound on the night. Sexton's shot is good.
Well, Sexton might be young, but he is unafraid and unabashed. What a play.
Trent outside. Another possession, another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
Utah calls timeout.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under.
Player of the game, Fred Van Vliet.
And as good a point guard play as you'll see. He's controlled the game with his passing skills. And as good as he's been as a distributor, the only job his teammates need to worry about is getting open.
Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for the Jazz. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play. Conley will go to the line here. Van Vliet picks one up. And that one falls for Mike Conley.
Mike Conley, probably one of the most respected players in the league, and I don't see this guy stopping anytime soon. He brings great effort every single night, plays with a team-minded selflessness, is a big shot maker. This guy has had such a solid, probably underrated career.
And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket. Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last three, but it just wasn't in the cards.
Puts it up from 15. Second chance effort, and that one's good by Gay.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Doesn't go for him. And Utah the other way now. Here's Clarkson. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Conley against Van Vliet. They get it back. Barnes. And the layup's good off the glass. Barnes has got 31.
Boy, Scotty Barnes, the complete package. Nice interior finish there.
Here's Vanderbilt. No good with the triple. Raptors trail by 8. Trent passes to Van Vliet. 1:22 left to play in the final quarter. Can't hit from in close. Utah calls timeout. They're ahead by 8. 1:19 left in the game.
All right, everyone, give it up for your Utah Jazz Raptors once again. Some love and give a big hand for your Jazz team.
Jazz leading by 8. Near the three-point line, it's Olynyk. Gets to the corner and buries it. Olynyk's got 33 points.
Olynyk giving the defense no time to react. Quick catch and shoot.
For 3, Van Vliet. Here's Barnes. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
It's starting to look like a repeat of last night, guys. He's battling really hard out there.
Oh, he sure is. I mean, these past 2 games, his energy level has been sensational. Whether it's a putback like that or other hustle plays, he's been everywhere. Listen, that's a look he can hit, but right now he can't throw it in the ocean.
To the middle. Conley gets the bucket. Conley's got the lead up to 10 now for the Jazz.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
A new group in now for the Raptors. Chris Boucher's checked in for Ken Birch. Brennan Gomez comes in for OG Anunoby. Jackson, he's checked in for Gary Trent. And Flynn subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. Here's Clarkson. That's in there. Conley with the assist. It's a 12-point Jazz lead.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play, the board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L. You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And Gay is a dependable rebounder at his position, thanks mainly to the size and length he possesses.
From deep three-point range, off target. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Mike, they were rolling, but you all responded. How did you do it?
Well, defensively, we just turned it up a notch. You know, those guys were in a comfort zone, but we did a good job of just locking back in defensively, getting back on the offensive end, and making extra passes and making extra plays.
That attention to detail showed in the win, man. Congrats again. Back to you.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.